Hey boys and girls, thanks for tuning in for another math video. Today we are going to solve a mystery. You guys are going to be detectives, so I need you to put your thinking caps on and get ready for this awesome math video. It's starting in 10 seconds. Today's lesson is going to be on measurement. Can you name some tools you can use to measure objects? Here are some tools that we can use to measure objects. Did you come up with any of these tools? You can use a ruler, measuring tape, a yardstick, and you can also use a meter stick to measure objects. These are just some of the tools that you can use to measure objects. The measuring tool we will be using today is a ruler. Here is the ruler that we will be using. Notice that there are equal spaces between each interval on a ruler. When we are measuring objects today, we are going to line up the object with the zero. So Miss Hickman decided to do some remodeling in her house. She painted all of her walls a brand new color, and it took her all day. So at the end of the day, I was cleaning up, sweeping the floors, and to my shock, I walk in and see chocolate handprints on my brand new painted walls. I was freaking out to say the least. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So it's time to solve a mystery. You guys are going to be detectives and you're going to figure out who put those chocolate handprints on Miss Hickman's beautifully brand new painted wall. The first step in figuring out who made the handprints is to measure the handprints on the wall. We have to line up the handprints with the zero mark. Then we have to use our measuring skills to read the length of the handprint. We are using an inch ruler throughout this mystery, so all of our lengths will be in inches. What is the length of the handprints on the wall? When I look at the ruler, I know that the handprints on the wall are 3 inches. So I'm looking for a child that has a handprint that measures 3 inches. So now that I know what length of handprint I'm looking for, I started with the boys first. I measured my son Cruz's handprint, and then I recorded his handprint length in a chart. I repeated these steps for Isabella and Ariana. So let's start with Cruz. Here is Cruz's handprint. Let's get our ruler out. What is the length of Cruz's handprint? Cruz's hand measures 4 inches. I'm going to go ahead and record that in my chart. Let's move on to Isabella. Here is Isabella's handprint. We are following the same steps. Let's get out our ruler and measure Isabella's handprint. What is the length of Isabella's handprint? Great thinking. I know you guys got 6 inches just like me. We are going to record this information in our chart and go on to our last culprit, which is Ariana. So far, we have Cruz who has 4 inches. We have Isabella who has 6 inches. Let's see my little baby Ariana, what her length is. I got out my ruler. Go ahead and measure Ariana's handprint. Ariana's hand measures 3 inches. I'm going to record that final length into my chart. Now I have all the information that I need. I have measured Cruz's handprint, Isabella's handprint, and Ariana's handprint. I'm going to compare my chart and my lengths to my original chocolate handprints on the wall. Who was it? Did you solve the mystery? Was it Cruz, Isabella, or Ariana? If you chose Ariana, then you are a super detective. Awesome job solving the mystery. So I ended up cleaning off my walls. They're back to normal, nice and clean. I did, however, want to make sure that this never, ever happened again. So Miss Hickman decided to buy materials to make a baby gate. This way, Ariana couldn't come sneaking into the room and messing up the walls with her chocolate hands. Miss Hickman went to the store and decided to buy 7 feet worth of materials to make this baby gate. Miss Hickman started putting the materials together and it was coming along great. Oh no, but I came into a problem. I needed more material for my baby gate. Let's solve this word problem. Miss Hickman has 7 feet of material to make a baby gate. She needs 12 feet. How much more material does Miss Hickman need? So we are going to answer part A, and then we are going to answer part B. So let's focus on part A. Part A says, which equation could she use to solve this? Let's look at all of our answer choices before we make a final decision. A, 12 plus 7 equals something. B, 12 minus something equals 19. C, 12 minus something equals 7. Or is it D, 7 plus something equals 19? Let's go back to the problem and think about our answer. I'll give you a few seconds to think about your answer. Okay, let's discuss the correct answer. We are trying to figure out which equation can Ms. Hickman use to solve her problem. If you chose C, then you are correct. Awesome thinking. Now let's move on to part B. For part B, you're going to need something to write with and a piece of paper. Your job is to solve and show your thinking in any way. Tell me, how much more material does Miss Hickman need to finish her baby gate? I'll give you a minute to solve the problem. Make sure you show your work on a piece of paper. When the music stops, it's time to check your answer. If you chose 5, then you are correct. Awesome thinking. Let's review some of the different ways we could have solved this problem. These are some of the strategies that you could have used to solve your problem. One way we could solve our problem is to count backwards. We could have started at 12 and counted back 7 times. When you start at 12 and count back 7 times, you'll end up at 5. Another way to solve the problem is to use a model. You could have drawn 12 circles and crossed off 7 of them. When you cross off 7 of them, the remaining circles you're left with is 5. Another way you could have solved this problem is to use a number line. You could have started at the number 12 and made 7 jumps backwards. When you make 7 jumps backwards, you'll end up on the number 5. Well, guys, we've made it to the end of the video. You guys have definitely sharpened your measurement skills. Thank you for using your brain power and solving the mystery with me. I will see you all next video.